The Kansas City Chiefs just added exactly what the NFL feared. So we're going to be going through that and other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video. And if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Kansas City Chiefs have added Nick Bolton back into their active roster for Week 5. One of the Chiefs' best defensive players is getting closer to returning to play. Linebacker Nick Bolton returned to practice on Wednesday as a limited participant. He's missed the last 2 games with an ankle injury. A second-round pick in 2021, Bolton has emerged as one of Kansas City's key defenders, racking up 180 total tackles last season. He also had 9 tackles for loss, 6 QB hits, and 2 interceptions in the regular season before taking a fumble return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. So far in 2023, Bolton has 15 total tackles. Cornerback Jaylen Watson, shoulder, also returned to practice as a limited participant. When Kansas City Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes plays against the Minnesota Vikings in Week 5 of the 2023 NFL season, he'll be playing for more than just another W in the win column. After he throws his first pass on Sunday afternoon, Mahomes will have faced 31 of 32 NFL teams at least once during his NFL career. In 2019, the Chiefs faced the Vikings, but Matt Moore drew the start as Mahomes recovered from a dislocated kneecap. That's a cool feat in and of itself, but things get a lot more interesting should he lead Kansas City to their 4th win of the season. With a win over the Vikings in Week 5, Mahomes will join an exclusive club that only 9 quarterbacks in NFL history are a part of. Only one of those quarterbacks played for the Chiefs, too. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Brett Favre are the only quarterbacks in league history to have beaten all 32 NFL teams. Obviously, they're all-time greats who played for multiple franchises, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to see these players listed. Mahomes probably won't get a chance to go the Brady, Manning, Brees, and Favre route unless something were to go horribly wrong down the line. He's made it abundantly clear that he intends to play his entire NFL career in Kansas City. 5 quarterbacks have beaten at least 31 teams, including former Chiefs QB Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, and a journeyman QB named Kerry Collins. The best part about all of this is that Vikings QB Kirk Cousins is also playing for the right to say that he's beaten 31 of 32 NFL teams. The only 2 teams he's never beaten during his career are the Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. He doesn't play the Bengals until December 17th, so this will be his first wide receiver room underwhelmed. Kansas City's top 3 pass catchers in the 23-20 win over the New York Jets were tight end Travis Kelce, running back Isaiah Pacheco, and tight end Noah Gray. The wide receivers on the roster collectively had 7 receptions for 65 yards. The Chiefs' wide receiver room is one of the top weaknesses on the entire roster, which is why Sports Illustrated's NFL insider Matt Verderame is calling for the defending Super Bowl champions to rearrange the pecking order in the receiver room. The Chiefs need to lean into Rashee Rice and start giving more snaps to Justin Ross, Verderame wrote. If Ross can't get the job done, fine, but figure that out. Because rolling Sky Moore out there and getting 0 receptions from him in 2 different games is unacceptable. Rookie wide receiver Rashee Rice is leading all Chiefs receivers in targets and catches through 4 games. Yet he routinely has had at least 1 ugly drop in each game, which could limit his ability to receive even more targets moving forward unless he can become more consistent. Justin Ross, however, could absolutely be on the field more moving forward, because through 4 games his involvement on game day has been minimal. Ross has been on the field for a total of 48 offensive snaps through the first month of the regular season. In Week 4, he was on the field for 4 snaps. Overall, he has 1 catch for 4 yards this season. Though Ross, who sat out the entirety of the 2022 season to recover from foot surgery, was expected to be slowly worked into Kansas City offense, the remainder of the receiver room has looked. Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore were expected to be the top, yet Toney only has 57 yards on 9 receptions this season, and Moore has 112 yards on 7 receptions and 1 touchdown. Something needs to change within Kansas City's receiver room. Trading for an established veteran should be considered by the front office prior to the October 31st trade deadline. But shifting the pecking order in the receiver room is the best option for the coaching staff at this point given the team's financial situation. The Chiefs can start by getting Justin Ross more involved. The third story is Andy Reid reveals advice for Patrick Mahomes during bad performances. The Kansas City Chiefs' victory on Sunday night over the New York Jets didn't go as planned for most of the second and third quarters. the performance of quarterback Patrick Mahomes wasn't as smooth as his usual play throughout his career, finishing with 2 interceptions. The Jets' defense solidified their pressure on Mahomes after falling behind in the first quarter. New York's pass rushers and secondary coverage intensified, making things difficult for the reigning MVP throughout most of the night.